are.
All right, it's working.
Yay.
I'm so happy.
I know.
Even though it's hard to see like that small to see who's with us, but let me just switch over here. Well, hello everyone. Here we are.
Hump day again.
Yep. Happy Wednesday
Yeah.
for sure. All right, let's click on that so we can see all of our fabulous friends that are going to join us today for a really cool topic.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, do we want to share anything about what's going on right now?
Right. What are we doing?
Well, I have a bit of news.
Good.
Okay, so I'm really excited because next week, you guys, live on our episode is going to be our latest, greatest, my newest art unveil. So,
are you done?
Yeah, I'm done with the next angel, so I can't wait to show you
Awesome.
guys. Yeah.
That's ahead of schedule.
Yeah, for our spring release.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was the summer release. That's
Yeah.
another one.
That's going to be another one, yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah,
Awesome.
So, yep.
Cool.
So, yeah, and actually you've seen it. They haven't, but you haven't seen it in color, and I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
It looks so much more dynamic in color.
Awesome.
So, but they haven't seen it yet. So that'll be next Wednesday.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. That's awesome.
Yeah. What else? Did you want to tell them about the
letter? Well, we'll do letter questions first. That's been going really well.
It has.
So, yeah, that's been awesome. And then, of course, we still have all the services you can check out on our website, soulsenlightenment.com. Yeah. And then we were having a cell memory class.
Hi, Roxanne.
Hi, Roxanne.
Hearts and aloha to you too.
No.
Oh, Lindsay, hi.
Oh, Lindsay, there's
hey. Hi and hey.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to do a cell memory class.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy. Hi, Iva. Iva, hey. That we're going to do in April, and I decided to change it.
Okay.
Okay. I know I didn't tell you about it yet.
That is okay.
Okay, but I want to make it.
Keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, because I was making it a 2-day class, cell memory first, and then past lives the next day.
Right.
But then I was thinking, I want to save that for our retreat.
That's
to make it an in-depth, focus on everything about how to utilize cell memory, how to release it, how to bring it forward, and then past lives, what they can do for you, and how they can help you in your current life. But I want to do one that has that, but it's going to be like a huge pre-talk, where no matter where you go, if you want to have a hypnosis session, a past life session, that you would be able to have a successful session. That's my goal, to help people to be able to get past lives on their own.
I'm kind of excited that you chose to do that, Vera.
What did Lindsay say? Recently I've been feeling very psychic. All right.
That's cool. Like,
awesome.
I feel what someone is. That is so awesome.
That's
Lindsay.
what we want.
Exactly.
Everybody to feel their power.
Exactly.
Oh, hi, cabbage the fruit. I didn't know cabbage was a fruit.
I didn't know that.
Awesome.
Aw.
Yeah.
We love you guys too.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Iva. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it, Vera? The questions that we're
getting
here, and it's interesting. Yeah. It's really interesting.
So we have all that.
Science.
So I want to kind of cancel the April class. Well, not kind of. I want to cancel the April class and make it for July.
Okay.
And then just revamp it into what I just talked about.
I have to say,
and then save the other one for a retreat.
You know what's really interesting, Vera? What? When I was coming over here today, I was thinking.
Oh, thanks.
I was thinking about some of what was going to be in that class, and I was thinking about wanting to have some of that in the retreat. So it's really cool because we're thinking alike on that one. So I'm really glad that you chose to push that out.
Oh, good. Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Change that.
Somebody was in the Super Nanny show? Oh, thanks, Deborah. I'm actually dog sitting. So this is my client's house. She so graciously let me do this.
Yeah.
Somebody said something about oh, good. Deborah made it.
Oh, good.
Oh, I've been listening to Egyptian music. Awesome.
Very cool.
That was part of her question.
Oh.
Somebody said something about a super nanny or something. Oh well, anyway, I maybe didn't read that right. So,
Anyways,
other than that, we have our services. We have Chrissy's angel art, and we have an unveiling next week, which
Yes.
is awesome.
yes, and I'm thinking, you know what, Vera, maybe we'll have some type of little like sale or something on some of the
Yeah,
art.
of course.
I
yeah.
want to do it like a Vera birthday special sale.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because it's Vera's birthday next month, and we have to celebrate. So maybe
So you
we'll
want
do
to
that.
do 66% off? No, I'm kidding.
We'll do something special.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll do something special.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a little bit, and then we'll go into your questions that we had from last time. There's one that I'm really eager to talk about. But
Oh, yeah,
we're, it's Honoring Women Month.
Exactly. It's a special month dedicated to us. I'm glad we get one.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
She was making a joke before we went live.
Yeah, where's the man one?
Yeah, where's the month?
Are they honored like every month?
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah.
question.
Exactly. All right.
But yeah, so we kind of wanted to bring up some of the different women.
Oh, dyslexia.
Light is very much celebrated. Aw, see? We all want to celebrate you.
Oh, cool. But I think she's talking about somebody else.
Your views on dyslexia?
No, your light is very much celebrated. I think that was to somebody on here,
Oh.
which is very nice. I love that you guys are forming a community
I know.
within each other.
Isn't that cool?
I
Isn't
love
that
it.
cool?
Yeah.
I know, I love that too.
Yeah, and we're not going to do any of the past life questions until next
She
time.
was talking about you.
Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Happy early birthday to me too. Okay.
Okay. So we wanted to talk a little bit about honoring women.
Right.
All right. Did you
Yeah.
want to start?
Well, I mean, the first one that came to me is because of what we do and what we're about and what we're trying to keep alive, and that is our philosophy.
Right.
So I was wanting to honor Sylvia
Brown. Yeah.
because that is how we started our
Exactly.
journey with that organization and things. And I just want, I mean, to me, that the foundation that we have of that Gnostic philosophy, I want to keep it going. I know that there's struggles in keeping things going once someone passes away, you know, that kind of thing, but thank you. I just feel that we learned so much
Yeah.
from her and what she did to bring this awesome philosophy to light in the 20th, I think it was
era.
the 20th century when she did it.
Right.
But yeah, and just for me too, the psychic part of it, being able to see how she was and what she did and how we learned from her and that kind of thing. And as with anyone, there is the human part too.
Right.
You know,
right.
and we're not perfect
Right.
and we make a lot of mistakes. And the thing with that though is that I learned from her mistakes. I learned what not to do and more importantly what to do.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from both sides
Mhm.
of that with Sylvia. And the thing that I'll forever be grateful for is, just like you mentioned, is her bringing the philosophy, unburying it, you
To
know,
life.
bringing it forward, because my life has changed so
Yeah.
much. Not to mention all the other people that we know this philosophy has helped so much. It's amazing.
Exactly.
And to think how my life would be different if I didn't know about the other side and Angus and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
What we've learned.
wow,
Yeah.
the healing and empowerment that this philosophy brings because of that understanding.
Yeah.
I feel so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for her, you know, you're right.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had the experience to be ministers that we
Yeah.
were and
Yeah.
to teach.
But we're still
And
ministers. We still
That's
minister.
right. Exactly.
We don't
It's
have to be into one group.
Right, exactly. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And I'm glad you brought her up.
Yeah.
You know?
Because to me that was, I mean, it was so, I just learned so much, and also knowing that we chart things and it's our responsibility, you know, what we want to do in our life. It's not left to fate or, you know, whatever. It's just, I don't know, I just love it.
Yeah, and it's interesting too is, I don't know, there's so much healing, like I said, and empowerment from the philosophy, from the past lives, and from our knowledge about the other side. It takes away so much of the fear and the damnation and the judgment of ourselves and of others. There's so much goodness in that
that's
philosophy.
what I love too, the knowledge of why things happen and why we do things. It's just amazing. And also, another one for me is Oprah Winfrey. That one's, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, she's definitely on my list too.
Oh, Lindsay, if you were here, I'd kiss you right on the lips. You're so cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah, see, and
I just love our soul tribe.
I do too.
We love you guys.
That was key too. I think I brought it up before about dying. Because my dad was so afraid to die because he thought he was just a really horrible person. And he wasn't. He was a loving person with flaws. Because he wasn't faithful to my mother and he was an alcoholic. But that was basically it. He really didn't do anything bad. But because we were brought up Catholic, he thought he was going to burn in hell because he never went to church and all that. So when I started sharing with him the philosophy, oh my gosh, it just took away his fear of dying. And that to me was huge.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's life changing, truly.
Yeah, Oprah.
Yeah, I love Oprah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's amazing about Oprah is she is such a powerful woman. Her speech at the Golden Globes, and I don't mean power out there. I mean power in here.
Yeah.
Her power. It was just amazing. I just got the chills when I saw her speaking at the Golden Globes, #MeToo, awards. And if you haven't seen it, you can go on YouTube and check it out.
Cabbage, I'm sorry, Chrissy. Maybe Chrissy could help me.
That's funny.
But I take the compliment, thank you.
Definitely.
I would have to be for people that love chubbies.
That's funny. Okay, so back to what we're saying though.
Yeah, she thinks that she's a troll.
Okay, so anyway, her speech at the Golden Globes, there was so much power in it. And that's why obviously people were thinking that she might run. But she's an amazing soul. Some of the roles that she took, but also look at what she does over with her. She has the charity that she's like $50 million of money from her network, the Angel Network, that goes to charities all over the world. But that one that she started in Africa to help the girls, I'm so inspired by her on many different levels.
Yeah. And she started from nothing. Nothing. So that's what I'm talking about. Chart. It's just amazing what we do, what we plan, and how we want to do it.
Yeah, and it's really cool too how she, more than just cool, but when she would give to all her audience members. I mean, that's one of the things that I really...
And you get an angel print. And you get an angel print.
I really like that sharing and that giving and that caring. And I don't know, she's just a really powerful woman.
Exactly. And then I have also, you go next, because I've already given two of mine.
Well, there is Hillary Clinton.
Okay, that was on my list.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton. One of the things there's so many things to be said about Hillary, but one of the things that I'll never forget about her is back in the 80s, she went to China to do a large lecture, I guess you would say, and it was unprecedented at that time for her to do this, especially there.
Because people weren't talking about it.
Yes, especially there, for women's empowerment to help to bring up, and there was, I don't even know how many people were there. There was a lot.
Really? I have to look it up.
Sure, yeah, I have to look it up too. But that empowerment for women and girls, and that is just, so inspiring. In a place where, on this planet I'm talking about, there are some cultures that would kill little girls at birth because they're a girl. And that's just so sad. I remember my niece going, "What's wrong with girls?"
I know.
And so I will always um, admire many of the things that she's done, including that to bring empowerment to women.
Yeah.
You know,
She's done a lot for women and a lot for children, and people don't realize, I don't know if they don't realize it or don't care, because, you know, she does have all of that fake news out there. I hate using that too.
I know,
'Cause
I
that
know.
plays into Trump's
yeah,
thing.
right.
But misinformation.
There you go,
that-
misinformation.
Yeah, that's put out there about that. And, you know, I'm sure she has her faults. We all do. We're not,
Of course.
none of us are perfect.
Right.
But what I've seen, what she's done from her early days when she was starting out as a lawyer, she was always being a champion for women and for children.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just applaud her for that. And then what she's had to go through with
Oh my
good old
gosh.
Bill.
Yeah. And then I mean I'm so inspired by her running for president
Yeah.
and how she was almost in there, you
And
know.
then being Secretary of State for Obama.
Well, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's just
So
she's an amazingly strong woman. And when you were talking about charts, I mean, look at her chart. If you know about her background, her childhood, and how her mother was very like, you get back out there.
yeah,
You know, and it's amazing how that really played into helping her
yeah,
follow her chart.
yeah,
So talk about charts, huh?
yeah, exactly.
But who's next on your list?
Well, the next one on my list is more personal. It's my my nana, my maternal grandmother, and she had a stroke, and she came to live with my parents, my mom and dad, and she was just always, she taught me unconditional love. Is what I'm gonna start crying because I miss her still, but she did. She was always smiling, even though she was in bed, you know, 24/7, and it was just that she was just truly an inspiration for me, just being that way.
You know, sometimes we really think alike, don't we? Because I was going to talk about my mom. I was just going to bring
there you
her
go.
up.
Yeah.
But that was one of the women on my list because, and also I wanted to bring her up because so many of us have or know of somebody like this.
Yeah.
All
The
those mothers out there and grandmothers or woman that, or, you know, is like a mother or what have you, that puts themselves aside to do what's best for them, for their child, because that's how my mother was
Yeah.
for me. The decisions that she's made and what she's had to go through in her life to protect us kids and what was best for us over herself was just awe-inspiring to me. And talk about strength.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of times
Yeah.
people think that strength is hard-lined and being like dominating, but that is definitely not strength. Strength is unconditional love. Love is stronger than anything.
Anything.
You know, and
Yeah.
I could go on as we all can of countless stories about my mom, but this is, you know, we just wanted to.
Women in general are just
Yes,
tough cookies, I think.
we are.
Yeah, and we just don't give each other enough credit. But that is a changing.
I think so too.
It is. I've seen it with people on TV and how they're rallying around each other instead of cutting each other down, which we tended to do, you know, back in the day. It was, I don't know, it's just more, how do you say it? You know, like the relationship like we have, it's like more people are doing that same
Right,
kind of thing.
more
Compassion for each other
right.
instead of
More
competition.
Close. Yeah, more
Yeah.
close and more connected and
Yeah.
more empathy, like, you know,
Yeah.
instead of the stupid competition
Yeah.
thing. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what do we got? My mom for sure raised 6 kids, made dinners with hardly any food, always made sure we had enough, never saw her cry until my dad died, and she passed last August with so much grace.
Yeah.
Aw.
See, I mean, everybody they have their
Yeah.
strong woman in their life.
Yeah, I know. Because I had been thinking about my grandmother too, who loved so much. So yeah, it's to honor all of the women in your life that you love and cherish for very, very good reasons.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll leave it with that. Because I was gonna bring up her, but I think
Maya?
Maya
She's
Angelou.
amazing too. There's so many
And
women.
we could go on forever, but I just wanted to say one thing about Maya Angelou is
I love her.
she did so much, an activist and a writer. I have to say, her stories were so powerful. The way that she wrote her messages and just conveying her story is
and still I rise.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so powerful for me that I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I want to write, and just in our stories and how we write can be just so powerful.
Yeah.
I love that. So I just wanted to honor her too, or to bring her up.
Yeah.
Has been a big inspiration for
Me too. I have all of her books. Yeah. And she was an inspiration to Oprah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Okay. So I know there's probably many more.
I know. I'm like, there's Louise Hay. And
Oh my
I know.
gosh,
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. But
and
we did.
Malaya or
Malala.
Malala. Another one. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. These young spiritual warriors that are coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there is a question that Vera really wanted to get to.
Yeah.
That came up.
And it was from Melinda Palmore, and I hope you guys are not sick to death of birthmarks, but this one...
I'll go over to her question.
Okay. Her question or comment was, my birthmark is in the shape of a teardrop, and it is the size of an adult thumb. Whose thumb, though? It's a standing joke in my family about my birthmark and its location. It's located directly above my heart, and to my mother's standards, too far down my shirt for anybody to see. She said, as long as no one can see your birthmark, you can wear that shirt. I've always wondered, it may have a special meaning. And on a separate note, my 1.5-year-old son has a birthmark in the shape of a heart in the exact same place on his chest. So the first thing, I mean, the minute I saw it, they were on the Trail of Tears.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And her son was her mother. And she was the child that her mother was carrying.
I'm getting the chills.
Yeah, so the reason for his heart is to remember the love that they had for each other and for their community, their tribe. And then for her, it was to remember the struggle. The teardrop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the struggle they had. But that's still a power symbol. Yeah, so it wasn't like, oh my God,
it's a power symbol.
From what they went through, and that's what I'm saying. We go through so many different things in past lives, and yet we have the strength to come back. So that says a lot for your soul and how strong you are.
Exactly. That's one of the things that it's really a powerful thing to tap into, to feel that even though it was a struggle, it's a good thing because of what we have gained. And it's like you just said, we're back.
Yeah.
And we have
and together.
And we have and we have more knowledge and more experience and more strength from it all.
Yeah.
So cool.
Exactly. So oh, well, see, that's your connection, though, Lindsay, that you guys have for each other. And that's just to remember that circle of love that is never ending. So that's why she has that. And it's not just a circle. It really means something to you. So, soul-wise.
That's neat.
Yeah. Is there any meaning when you see a number reoccurring? You can answer that one.
I keep seeing the number 11 everywhere. When people see numbers like this, is it coincidence or maybe a message? Definitely a message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones on the other side, they communicate with you in that way. They'll keep showing you a sign, like whether it's a number, like you'll see it on a clock or whatever, over and over, or you look at your phone, But yeah, it could be, you could even ask for a message or an answer to a question through a sign like that, and they'll show it to you repeatedly.
And it's also to show you that you're on track.
That's true too.
Yeah. That's a lot of it too.
And then sometimes too, we do have like a power number. It's a power number. It could be significant to us in certain ways.
Well, look at mine's 9. It's 3, 6, 9, or 12. Anything with the 3s, right? Mm-hmm. And I just love, but 9 is my favorite. But look at Amelia. She was born on 12. She was born 1209.
Exactly.
I'm like, you go, girl.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That was so cool. Moms are the best, yeah. What was that? Oh, can a burn scar in this life have meaning?
I think so.
Yeah. What is it then?
The burn scar?
Mm-hmm.
Was she burned in another life, perhaps?
Could be.
It could be a cell memory thing. It could be... is it a burn scar from a burn that happened in this life?
Is it the shape of something, or is it just like a... Oh, 223.
Yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, if it's...
Yeah, it depends on...
if it's something that just...
You know, it's so interesting, too, because my son got burned when he was like 18 months old. God, I can't tell you about that. That's horrible. I thought I was going to die. But it was hot coffee that spilt on him. And his son, when he was born, has a light coloring on the same side of the arm.
Are you
No.
serious?
No. Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. Really? Oh my gosh, yeah. See?
Okay, I scarred my hand from a
See?
burn, and the scar looks like a bad stitch job now. Gets really dark in the sun.
How do you
That
see that?
happened
Where are
to
you
me.
reading that?
Oh, right there.
Okay.
When I was 5.
Yeah. Oh, see, from coffee, too.
Oh my gosh.
God, that was so horrible. It was awful. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it. It was that bad. It was bad. And then having to go to the hospital and then to sit in, you know, I don't even remember police coming. Police were called because
He got burned.
he got burned, and they didn't know if it was child abuse or whatever.
Right.
You know, but I stayed with him 24/7 in the hospital. I never left. He was always there. And the doctor that happened to be there, and he was normally not there, he was kind of like, what do they call it when they go to different hospitals because they have
traveling.
They have an expertise.
Right.
And his was burns.
Oh my gosh,
On
thank
children.
goodness. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
thank
because
goodness.
Johnny is actually in his medical, whatever, he wrote us something about it because he had really bad burns.
Oh, wow.
And the doctor told me that he
Can you
healed.
believe it?
They told me he was going to be in the hospital for like 30 days. He was in the hospital for 7.
Wow.
And they said it's because of the love, like my mom or me were there the whole time. He was never alone. And they said that because of that, he felt that went along with the healing.
Wow.
Because he was telling me you'd be surprised how many kids are here that they don't get visits like that. Yeah.
See, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That was a good doctor, first of all, and secondly, he's very aware that our emotional state and our physical state are connected.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to healing.
And you know what? One of the nurses told me, oh God, it was awful because they would have to scrub him and I had to hold him. And he would look at me like, do something, you know, it was awful. But the nurse told me, she goes, you hang tough. She goes, because this is actually going to help him. And I'm thinking like, lady, are you nuts? But it did help with the pain tolerance.
Really?
Like when he fell, it wasn't like, well, he
I
knew
see.
what real pain was.
Right.
So it didn't affect him.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thought,
really?
later on I was going, thank you so much for that.
Wow.
At the time I wasn't that kind, but
Yeah.
it was awesome.
That would be hard to do. Okay.
Yeah.
She's saying people ask me all the time if it's my birthmark, but I have a strawberry birthmark and mark on my left arm. Vera said it was from past life. Oh, that's right, the volcano
Yeah.
erupting. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's interesting when it comes to scars and how they heal.
See, Roxanne. She burned her husband's foot 3rd degrees. That's what my son had to. But not on purpose, of course.
Yeah.
So, but he did burn her in a past life.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just, it's the experience. It's not anything where I'm going to get you back or that kind of thing. It's just you want to experience what...
I'm mad at her husband now. I don't like that.
That was before. He's a good guy.
But you know what's fascinating is that every injury that we have is connected to whether it's how we're doing emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a small scratch or it can be a deep gouge. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's connected to how we're feeling. We can, we allow it to be. It's the power of our mind that
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Very much so.
It's very interesting. And that is a great subject that we're going to go into more when, with the cell memory class, and as we start to develop, what you want to talk about in that, we can bring more of that.
Because I can't remember the movie, but it was this guy that was thought he was going to be tortured. It was a comedy, but it was a cop thing. And this guy put a popsicle on his leg.
And it burned him.
And he really thought he was being burned. He was screaming. But in true life, he would have really made that erupt into a burn, because that's how much power we have.
It's amazing.
Yeah, to heal or to make it worse.
Yeah. If I've had the experience of
that's what I want to do. Deborah
worse.
said we should write a book. Yeah.
Oh, that's in the works.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But I mean, birthmarks are interesting if you know the story behind it or the symbology of it, because there's a reason for practically everything.
Exactly, it's amazing.
But I guess if it's not your birthmark, but
Yeah.
still.
But it is interesting,
Yeah.
like
It is to
the
me.
Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when we first heard the concept that even our injuries, we can make them be a big injury or a small injury. And I remember really pondering that, going, okay, if a tree falls on my leg, it's injured. How would I have any hand in that? But even that we do. It's amazing.
Remember what happened? Oh, I don't know if you remember this.
Because I experienced something like that.
Yeah.
Not the tree, but something different.
Yeah, because Darren, whenever we were on one of the cruises with Sylvia, and he had his iron fell on his hand, and he right away said, "Hasna, no." And he said that he just got like a little red mark. It was, because it was like instantly like, no, I'm not going to let that happen.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting.
That is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting topic for sure. My daughter and my mom have a similar birthmark on their abdomen. The same shape and place. Does this mean they had a past life together?
Definitely. That's the link. That's to remind them of what they did before.
Oh, that's so
how they were
cool.
together before.
Because we have a cord. It's like a cord of energy that
they
connects us.
They were in that kind of life that I had. Remember whenever I was so happy to be in a clothing.
Oh,
what's that thing?
Yeah, the factory.
Factory. You guys,
in
they worked in
England,
factory
London
together.
or something, right?
Yeah. So they worked in a factory together.
That's neat.
Yeah.
But all I was going to say real quick is that whenever you have a friendship, a connection, a love, whatever with somebody, you have a cord, like a energy, like a light cord that goes from your, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's the heart or the solar plexus.
No, it's the solar plexus.
The solar plexus to theirs. And so I was just thinking about that connection, like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then at some point, if there's a break in that relationship, that cord can be severed. That's not a bad thing. It's actually, if you're no longer, you part ways emotionally and everything. But if you have a great love and they passed on, you still have a connection with them. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah,
oh,
see, Sammy? Yeah.
So did I, Sammy. I saw this, it's kind of an interesting story, but I'll save it for a different time.
No, say it. We have time. What time is it? It's only been 5 minutes, right? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Sure. All right. Well, I'm going to share it really quick because I find it fascinating. My ex-fiance and I broke up with him, and he didn't want us to break up. Well, anyway, in my dream, there was this cord, and this was before I ever knew of. I didn't come to that information in Sylvia's philosophy yet. And there was a cord, like a big cord of light. And he was trying to tie it into a knot, and it kept slipping out. It kept slipping out.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I didn't know about this.
See how dreams are amazing too?
It is so cool.
Yeah.
How that we can get this information in our dreams.
Yeah.
It could be from our higher self.
Yeah.
It could be from on the other side. So neat.
Yeah. Dreams are amazing.
Yeah.
Is that how we feel when we know someone, when we just meet them? She's asking you.
Oh, like a connection? It can be. It can definitely be, especially if you've known them in a life before. But, like when I first met my ex-fiance, I felt so, I don't know, connected or attracted or whatever, but it didn't mean that it was in a good way. But we built that relationship and that chord over time, but it wasn't until years later that I found out that he actually was not good for me in these other lives. He like ruled over me, like a slave kind of thing. But when I first saw him, I felt that, but it wasn't necessarily a good thing. What do you
But
think?
then you had to work it out. That's why you had him in your life again.
Exactly.
So that you could stand up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so it worked out.
But she's asking if we meet some person right away, can we instantly have that?
Well, I think she's like saying, is there? Let me see. Let's make sure. Because the way I got it was, is that how we feel when we know someone when we just meet them?
Oh, like an
That's
instant connection.
Because I've done that with people in the store. It's like, I know I've known you before.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Yes,
yeah.
so yes.
Definitely.
In a word, definitely yes.
Oh, absolutely, Lindsay. Absolutely. You can definitely build connections with people, even if you weren't in a past life together before.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's where it starts. In the past life, you might not have had a past life, but then you grow connected or, relationship.
And somebody you could be really close to in this life, you may have had just one life with.
Yes, exactly.
Or none.
Or none.
Yeah.
Or you could be just great friends on the other side, too.
Yeah. We forget about that great friend thing.
Can I ask how many more lifetimes you feel we will have before the final lifetime you guys have talked about before? That is in flux, I think. Don't you think? Right now, one of the things that Vera's been talking about lately is that we could either be towards the end of this planet because of what's going on, as well as the health of the planet, in terms of the environment, or the chart of this planet could be extended
For a time.
It's like a crossroads.
But for a lot of us, this is the last life. Because there's just not that much time left on this planet.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting questions. Isn't this fun?
I'm watching us like when we're talking and then we're doing all this.
Yeah. And talk with our hands.
Yeah.
We had an Italian life together,
Yeah.
so we can do that. Just kidding. But not really. We did have an Italian life together.
Yeah. Yeah, we do astral travel with each other. We visit each other on the other side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah, our loved ones on the other side can come to us and visit us here. We can go there. Mm-hmm. Vera and I have had dreams where we've been on the other side, meeting up over there to research different things, to remember when we're, so there's, or you can even astral travel and visit somebody in life, even somebody you haven't met yet.
No, yeah.
It's very cool.
It is very cool.
It's limitless possibilities.
Yeah. No, I don't think so, Lindsay.
Not coming back.
There's other planets that we're going to be going to, not just, this isn't the one and only, but this is the one that where you want to learn quickly, and
it's been the most negative of all.
Yeah. And we learn so much quicker here than other planets, because other planets are more like the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, we really do have to write some books, Vera.
I know.
There's some information we have to tell them about other planets too.
Yeah.
So much to talk about.
Exactly. I'm just happy that the sun is out.
Yeah. I'm just so happy that we're all together and spent this last half an hour together.
Has it been a half hour?
Yes, it's been 39 minutes maybe.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So hard to see. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Too quick. Well, we love you guys. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. Well, we have to write our book so she can buy it now.
Oh, cool.
We love you guys. We hope you have a fabulous week, and we're really looking forward to next week. I cannot wait to share my latest angel picture with you.
Bogey. No licky. Sorry.
Oh,
good boy.
Lori.
Yeah.
That's okay, Lori. Maybe you can watch it later
if
you have time.
Yeah. Just we try to do every Wednesday, but we want to do more.
Yes, we do.
We got to get you to stop being a waitress.
Yeah, I have a job on the side.
Well, so do I, obviously.
I have
You
a
have to
couple
pay the
jobs.
rent.
Yeah, I have a couple jobs on the side. But we cannot wait until it's going to be daily. Vera, won't that be nice?
Yes.
We have a daily show. We have to make
Can you
that
imagine
happen.
what we could do like in 8 hours?
I just
and
need
not
to
have
sell
to do
more. I
anything
need to
else?
sell more art.
Yeah.
And not wait on tables anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, you guys have a wonderful rest of the week.
Take care, everyone.
And be kind to each other and love each other and know that we love you.
Emanate that light, for sure.
Oh, we need a show.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
We do. Definitely.
Oprah? No.
Yeah, that would be cool. A spiritual show.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah. Well, we love you guys. I've said that like 3 times.